Maddie Barker is on the verge of losing her childhood home, and when her car is repossessed, her struggles for cash get worse. Although she soon finds her salvation in an unlikely job. Two parents are looking to get their son out of his shell before he leaves for college, and are looking for a dashing young woman to boost his confidence and date him. This setup is not what Maddie was expecting, as her Prince Charming is more than far from it than expected. This is No Hard Feelings. Is that a sex joke too? Oh my god. No Hard Feelings is a new R-rated comedy starring Jennifer Lawrence. And you know, R-rated comedies have kind of become less prevalent in theaters. It just seems that it's getting more common to put these R-rated comedies on streaming. But on principle alone, I'm glad to see this one get a theatrical release. And it's cool to see we're getting more R-rated theatrical comedies very soon. But the one we're talking about today is No Hard Feelings, and it's an alright little film. I think the performances are great and there are some really funny moments, but it definitely feels a bit front-loaded. And by that I mean all of the best parts are in the first half of the movie. Leading this film is Jennifer Lawrence, in a role that is very different for her. Mystique in Katniss Everdeen, this character is most definitely not. She is a no-bullshit woman. She is definitely a bit on the abrasive side, but she is more than likable than I expected at least. And I feel as if her performance in this film is a great subversion from the traditional comedic actress approach. And this film loves leaning into the fact that Jennifer Lawrence is hot, and I agree. However, the worst thing I've ever seen in my life is in this movie. Me. Andrew Feldman plays a quiet, white, cringy teenager, and it is so on point. His performance is fantastic. So fantastic, it hurt me to watch. Everything he does hurts me because of how relatable it was. Because everything he does, it's just me. This is me. I was that kid. And I still can be in some situations. People always said Joker was the white boy's Black Panther. No, it's this movie. This movie is the white boy's Black Panther. I just realized we also play the same Mortal Kombat character, Kano. The character and performance are both great, but I hate it. Now, I am a huge fan of raunchy comedies. As you may know, one of my favorite shows is It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And in fact, this whole movie kind of seems like a scheme Dee Reynolds would get into. I think she would have the job done in 22 minutes, with or without consent. That said, the film is extremely funny, but definitely more front-loaded. The funniest parts of the movie happen within at least the first half of the film. And to make matters worse, most of the scenes that were so funny were in the trailers. Most of them, at least. There is one scene in the first half of this movie that is complete gold. It is hilarious. But it almost seems like everything after it is not as good. Everything after that scene is very tame in comparison. There are definitely still a few good jokes, and the character arc throughout the film is definitely enough to keep you invested, but the second half just isn't as funny as the first half. The second half was definitely missing something. I would not be surprised to find out if Andrew Feldman's character was the main character at one point. There is so much to this film you can do without knowing Inspector Gadget is trying to get his kid laid. Go, Gadget, hussy. And honestly, I kind of think the reveal of the parents being the ones that set it up would have made for a pretty good twist. But that's really neither here nor there. I'm not in any position to fix this movie though, because overall, it's a fun enough time. The characters and performances are really funny, and again, there are some really funny moments, but it definitely feels like a film that blew its load a little too early and doesn't have a very good climax. Giggity. I hope you all enjoyed this review, and if you did, please consider hitting that like button, and if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell to be notified when my next review drops. Oh, and by the way, check out the website. Until next time, I'm Quint Dunaway, hoping you will keep it cinematic.